From here, you're really welcome to just explore and experiment with different types of things. You can, continue with the idea of, it doesn't have to be a rectangle shape. You could use the heart, or you could use lots of these things. My favorite shape in Tinkercad is the Torus, which is this donut looking shape. Because no matter what you make in Tinkercad, if you put a Torus on it, it is instantly a usable item, right? So if you take this Torus and you stick it on here, and then you merge these two together, you instantly have like a little heart pendant, like, right? Because this Torus, the donut shape, makes something that's really easy to hang split rings or earrings or necklace chains or what have you, all kinds of stuff off of the little shape. And so the Torus is my favorite shape in Tinkercad. But you can also use the Torus on your keychains too. So if you don't want to have the hole in it, let's just take the cylinder hole off of here, right? And then anything you don't want, you can hit the delete key and it'll just get rid of it for you. But instead of that, maybe I want a Torus. A giant Torus. Maybe resize it a little bit. Let's make it 5 by 5. Oh. Now it's a tiny Torus. You just stick it on here. And again, if you're putting it on here and you're grouping the two items together, just make sure you have good overlap so it actually does stick to the shape when you're printing it. And then you want to make sure you select all of the objects. So go like this. Nope, you don't want this one. Merge those three. And then I have this little Torus on here on the side instead of the cylinder hole, which is also cool. But then this also works for other things too. So if you want to add just fancy shapes, you can just, put this on here. You can also rotate things around a little bit. And again, you can do precise rotation if you bring out the ruler. And then you click on it, and then you have to drag around your view so you can see which way you want to rotate it. And I want to rotate it this way. And you can actually click on the degrees and tell it how far you want it to rotate, which is also useful. And then you can kind of like set it on here. This is going to be like this keychain will not fit in my pocket. This is the most impractical keychain I think I've made. But you get the idea. You can, use shapes to change the basic construction of your rectangle keychain. Maybe make this a little shorter. Like, how tall is everything? 5? Get half as big? Yeah, that's better. That's more reasonable, I guess. When you are ready to be finished with your project, if you have lots of extra things on your work plane that you don't want to print, or like me, I have several different keychains, that's totally fine. Just decide which one it is you want to actually print and select it. And then make sure everything is grouped together. So when you move it around, none of the pieces come apart. So, if it's ungrouped and you select it and then you try to move it around and it moves one piece, it's not put together. And make sure you select all of the shapes. Make sure you group it so it's one piece. And give it a little wiggle to make sure they all stick together. And the upper right, you go to export. And for the download options, you can export everything in the design. I generally don't recommend that, especially with the way I have things laid out here, because it will export them all over the place on the work plane, and that makes it difficult to print later. Generally, you just want to export the selected shape. So I'm just going to export this one keychain that I like. And then for 3D printing, specifically on the library's 3D printers, you're going to export it as an STL. And then just follow the prompts to get it exported. And then in the 3D printer certification course, we have an example of how you load models into the 3D printing slicer to take your solid keychain model and then slice it into printable layers for printing on the 3D printers. So that portion of how to actually print your 3D designed object is in the 3D printer certification course, which is available online. And I hope you have fun exploring Tinkercad and make lots of great things. This concludes the library's Intro to 3D Design workshop. We encourage you to continue exploring Tinkercad, trying out lots of different tools, and gaining more confidence in your skills within the Tinkercad learning environment. Have fun!